I am a self-supporting college student receiving no financial help from someone who had me as their sole provider for years.
Just like the early stages of Hollywood, there are no sorts of...
Because if you really bag it, like what she's saying is not new. You know how many people was in school providing for themselves, doing anything? I seen niggas sleeping in the cars before and after classes to try and get, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that real. Sleeping in the car in the snow? Man. But like, you're providing for somebody. She exposed the life of a child YouTuber. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video by Omeezy. I feel like child YouTubers, you gotta let your child choose whatever. Even the people that are like, I'm gonna make my kids play this sport when they get older. It's like, yeah, I feel you, but at the same time, when you was a kid and your parents had to force you to do something, you remember that feeling? Now, there's nothing wrong with a little persuasion. Like, hold this bat, hold this bat, hold this basketball, shoot this basketball. But in the long run, if they're not going for it, just let them go. And I also drop other videos on my other channel vlogs and other videos on this one, but go check those out after this video. Without further ado, let's get straight to it.
She been comment me.
How my mom exploited me for money as a child and simultaneously subjected me to years of verbal, financial, and of course, physical abuse. In doing YouTube, I had to deal with years of verbal abuse and sometimes physical abuse whenever I would make a video. My mom controlled what I posted and what I would say on camera. Everything had to be perfect and fake. If I misspoke, said the wrong line, or made the wrong face, she would scream and shout at me. And I was 11 getting called a
Hey, is her mom Asian? Or is her mom Asian? She look Asian. Or is she like Asian and white? I don't know.
Because I wasn't able to say things correctly on camera after being fed lines of words 2 minutes before the camera would roll. But it didn't matter because my mom wanted the money. Whenever
I feel like I've seen her. Where is she from? I feel like I've seen her before on YouTube. I probably have.
we would argue, it would lead to me being grounded, sometimes for months at a time. The only way I could get out of my punishment was if I showed my respect to her by posting YouTube videos. This isn't me accusing you of abuse. This is me telling the truth about the abuse. You exploited me and I let it happen. And I didn't realize it until I got older because I was your child. You should have left me alone, left my content alone, and it wouldn't have to resort to this. But it is, so that's just the consequences of your actions.
Damn.
Back in the day, we collectively used to think that being some sort of child star was cool. Either you wanted to be an athlete, a rapper, or hell, the rapper was like Little Bow Wow, so he was a child star, or somebody featured on some sort of Nickelodeon or Disney Channel show. And then YouTube came around, and the data suggested that
we already saw what happened to, what's his name? Corey Baxter? What's his real name? Yeah, he went down a bad...
So many young kids were shifting their career goals from being doctors, lawyers, ball players into being the next big YouTube star. But now in 2026, and I'm sure for years to come, we are finding out about the abuse that these children are facing when the cameras are off. YouTuber Jessalyn Grace, a child YouTuber star from yesteryear who had millions of subscribers across different platforms, has now come out and spoken about the detrimental things that she had faced as a child. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a PSA trigger warning. It's pretty doggone bad. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long, long way for the channel. Now, back into the video. Usually when we talk about the traumas that YouTubers face, it is mainly surrounded around the fact that fandom, not being able to be a child, and the outside world are being very, very detrimental to their mental health, their physical health, their safety, their well-being. But oftentimes we don't realize that sometimes the call comes from inside the house. Jessalyn Grace makes a 10-minute video exposing how her mother, yes, that is right, somebody that's supposed to have unconditional love for you, was her own biggest enemy. She starts off by detailing why she even needs to make this video. She had addressed this situation numerous times before, but now her current YouTube channel sits with only one upload because her mother hacked into her account after she ran away going to college and deleted all of her videos.
Due to my unfortunate luck and my lack of cybersecurity, my own mother decided to log into this account using my brother's iPad, which used to be mine, which is why the account was on there, and decided to wipe every single video that I had on this channel, including the ones that weren't related to this topic or hers. So I'm talking about this yet again and filling you guys in on everything without the sugar-coated, what I thought was respectful language that I used used in the last video that got taken down.
At the ripe old age, which sounds completely weird and disgusting, but they don't know that back then, the 9-year-old Jesselyn Grace asked permission for her mother to start her own YouTube channel. What probably started off as funny little internet videos, you know, a video diary of sorts, quickly turned into 1.5 million subscribers in the short amount of time of 2 years. She stayed consistent due to her mother's help, but that consistency showed up in forms of abuse.
My mom controlled
Hey, lock in. I'm locked in. I'm not talking. I'm not yapping this one. I'm locked in.
what I posted and what I would say on camera. Everything had to be perfect and fake. If I misspoke, said the wrong line, or made the wrong face, she would scream and shout at me. And I was 11 getting called a fucking bitch because I wasn't able to say things correctly on camera after being fed lines of words 2 minutes before the camera would roll. But it didn't matter because my mom wanted the money. We needed the money. And at the time, I wanted to help my family out as much as possible.
It's sad to hear that a child feels as though they have to help out their family financially speaking. Now,
Maybe the mom, does she have a job? Maybe their dad left. They don't have a dad. Maybe he passed away or something. But like, I don't know how people can treat. I don't know how people can treat their kids and stuff like this, like family members like this. I mean, siblings is one thing because you know you be having beef with siblings and stuff sometimes. Don't agree with that though, but your kid or your like nephew or whatever. If they didn't do nothing crazy, it's just like you just seem like you just hate them. You know what I'm saying?
Me sitting in my ivory tower or maybe the rose-colored glasses that I grew up in. But knowing that it's coming at the cost of their actual relationship, knowing that their mother is calling her a fucking bitch at the age of 11.
Ooh, oh, Measy cursing?
Right, even though she might actually need to financially help them and support them. And I'm also going to call cap on the fact that she needs to be helping her family. This was probably just some sort of make-believe scenario that her mother put her in. Specifically because Jesselyn wasn't just getting verbally abused, she was also getting financially abused.
And I didn't realize that there were two forms of abuse happening. I honestly had no concept of the money I was earning, how much things I showed on camera costs, and the random designer goods that would appear in the closet. I also didn't know that only a fraction of it was going towards my savings, my college fund. It never occurred to me that years of work weren't being saved for me, besides the 15% that I'd only get from professional shoots. And even then, that was rare. Since being in college, fully supporting myself, it feels so discouraging to know that no one thought or advocated to set me up for better financial standing, especially knowing that I wanted to go to a 4-year university. My dream school was Stanford for years. And the fact that my mom was behind the wipes on both of my channels, knowing that they were my only sources of income, is insane. I am a self-supporting college student receiving no financial help from someone who had me as their sole provider for years.
Just like the early stages of Hollywood, there are no sorts of...
Because if you really bag it, like what she's saying is not new. You know how many people was in school providing for themselves, doing anything? I seen niggas sleeping in the cars before and after classes to try and get, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that real. Sleeping in the car in the snow? Man. But like, you're providing for somebody as a kid. And then that don't come back around for you, or nothing was being done for you when you're not a kid no more. No, that's evil.
Protections from the financial perspective
be
for what
arrested.
Jesselyn was going through. It's no secret that YouTubers make money, whether it be between AdSense, brand sponsorships, guest spots, different revenue streams that appear as you become more and more famous. Especially for the niche that she was doing, there was definitely a bag attached to it. The only bags Jesselyn saw were the bags that her mother consumed with her AdSense revenue for the hard work that this 9 to like 13, 14, 15-year-old girl was doing.
My mom's a spender. I'm sure most of my income went into her extensive handbag collection, as you can see here. The account is now private, but these screenshots are from that account. Again, very extensive collection. Now she spends her time purchasing Labubus and handbags for her Labubus. I'll hide that account for her.
Oh, your mom is stupid. Your mom's crazy. Yo, what's her thing? Let's go mass report her. Let's go massively report her.
Sake, so you guys don't harass it, but here are the screenshots of that. It's funny that she was able to spend so much money on handbags, clothes, furniture, but when it came to setting me up for financial success, we were suddenly not doing so well, or didn't have enough money. If I remember correctly, we had more than enough for your classic flaps, your brooches, your jewelry.
From here, Jesselyn goes scorched earth on her mother, detailing a situation in which her mother had an affair with a high school classmate. Now, the reason why this is even remotely important
What?
Like a minor?
is because one, it is taxing to Jesslyn and her siblings' mental and emotional health. You know, seeing somebody do that to somebody that they claimed that they were gonna love through sickness and health, rich, poor, all that stuff. That's bad. But it's even worse because the money that she used to fund the wedding and the next lifestyle was off of the back of Jesslyn Grace. All those funny little cute videos that she was making with this toy, that toy, and the third toy, the hundreds of thousands and millions of views that she was racking up every month and every year were funding a lifestyle not for her family, but for a family that was started out of her mother's own greed.
And what about the close to 80 grand wedding you chose to throw while having an affair? She left my father in 2021, was cheating on him with her high school classmate who was
Okay. But still, damn, that's just a big. Who's your mom? Who's your mom?
also my stepdad, and I knew about this affair before my parents decided to drop thousands and thousands of my earnings on a grand wedding. My stepdad was invited to and showed up to it while being in a relationship with my mom. And I wasn't going to blast this on the internet, but Mom, you did take away my only sources of income twice.
A fucking disgusting person, if you
Damn.
ask me. What makes Jesslyn Grace's mother even more sick is the fact that
We don't know who she is. That's what makes it more sick. Who the fuck is she? That should be Ellen DeGeneres.
you would think that she would care about public
Go tap in with that video.
image and public perception. Another story from Jesslyn was about this abuse that had happened when she was sick. Her mother lashed out at her. And you're probably wondering, well, how could somebody lash out at a daughter who is sick? Well, it's not because she couldn't make YouTube videos to support the family, and it's not because she wasn't taking care of her siblings. It's because of social media.
To make things sweet and simple, my mom and I argued literally about everything. Nothing I said or did would make her feel better. In fact, everything I did irked her. For example, Mom, when I was bedridden for 2 weeks, I couldn't stand up without fainting. I had a persistent fever, I couldn't eat on my own, and I couldn't function and get out of bed. You were angry at me the whole time, and I thought it was—
Oh, we gonna read these. We gonna read these. You should think about what's more important or have more consideration towards people who you should value more than your friends. You really have no conscience at all. Clean and organize your stuff. I should have never said you can go, but I was feeling sorry for you. Obviously, you don't deserve it because after that talk where there was no feeling of apology or any remorse from you because you weren't even listening to me. Listening to you thinking I was mad at you because you are sick, that's your reason? Have more common sense, Jessa. The last person you should ever ask is Abby. You need to come straight to me. You could yell at me. I don't know what the bottom say. This is recent too, because look, she got that stupid ass glass update from Apple. You see what I'm talking about, that shit right there? She said it right here. I'm tripping. I asked Abby because you didn't even tell me why you were mad. You just got mad at me. So it was better to avoid issue and not care about your mom and sudden. Honestly, her mom's a bitch.
It's because I was sick and unable to take care of my siblings. I thought maybe you were just mad at me for being sick in general, and being sick was just a burden to you. And turns out you were mad at this Instagram post. I wrote this caption, and I want you guys to read it and see if you can find anything wrong with it. The thing wrong with this caption is that I did—
Okay, so that's what we have to read. I did for singer, actress, full-time student, the most importantly, Miss Lao San Diego 2024. Oh shit, she's out here. It's truly hard to be crowned Miss Lao San Diego. Part of the pageant is a meaningful experience to me. I just learned so much about our culture and the importance of an annual pageant. She keeps saying that. I don't like reading. I don't know how to say that. Miss Lao. I heard is something that you embrace and believe is crucial for the youth to be active in the community in order to preserve traditions like this pageant. I hope the girls who want to gain and build valuable life skills, who want to be here more involved in the community, will take this opportunity to do so.
I want you guys to read it and see if you can find anything wrong with it. The thing wrong with this caption is that I didn't thank my mom. I didn't mention her in this caption, where the director or the person making this post asked me for my experience on competing. That is why I was sick for so long, dehydrated, couldn't walk or stand up, and my mom refused to help me because of this Instagram post. This was obviously a pattern. My mom wanted recognition.
I had situations like this. There's just one time I was in school and I was put on a newspaper, right? I was put on the newspaper, Kester, all this, that, whatever. I was put on the newspaper, told her my whole life story about this, that, whoever helped me, all this and that. Whoever's editing that bitch just put in whatever they wanted to put in. I was being recorded for like an hour and a half. Tell me everything about you. Oh, also, so how'd you get into basketball? How did you start? Was there any ups and downs? Did you go through any? And I said everything. People put in whatever, but then it kind of showed me how people really feel and how people really think. Because while the paper was being published, I go back and I'm being told someone doesn't like that. They saw your thing and you didn't mention them, or you didn't mention how they helped you, and you didn't mention them, and they didn't get any recognition. Okay, so it's about your recognition. That's what matters, right? Your recognition, because you don't really care about necessarily where I'm going, right? Because if it was you, I'd be like, oh, cool, they in the newspaper. Let me read some of this. Oh, that's fire. Yeah, I mean, I hope too. Not, you didn't want to put me in there. I need the recognition. Like, I said everything, they put in whatever. It just kind of shows like I actually said your name. They didn't put it in. You're mad that they didn't say my name. It's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
would blow up if she didn't receive it.
I was
Same
like,
thing
oh,
if I
okay,
had a problem that
that's
involved her.
interesting.
It would always be me who wound up apologizing because I wasn't regarding her feelings. Well, even months after moving out, when I made my previous video that got taken down, when I made it, all I was thinking was how to say the right things regarding her feelings. And she still didn't take it well.
Truly disgusting behaviors. One of the problems that I have with these child stars parents, they want to live their life through the lens of the children. It's that classic case of the son being a better athlete than the dad, or the daughter is homecoming queen and the mother was just somebody that was on homecoming court. The parents try to live vicariously through their children, and when they reach levels of success or fame or popularity or notoriety that the parents couldn't reach, it makes this aura of jealousy, and abuse comes to follow. Probably one of the most disgusting things that I heard in this video as a whole is Jesselyn saying that a lot of the videos that she made weren't out of enjoyment.
Mom, you can still paint yourself as someone who gets stepped on by her children, and there would be nothing I can do or say to prevent that. In fact, whenever we would argue, it would lead to me being grounded.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about how this evil is, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it G real. This is how a lot of foreign parents are. My mom being one of them. My father being one of them. But it's about who you're around the most. Because then you'll see it more often. I'm not really around my dad like that. So, you know, it's like definitely this is see my mom. My mom not this evil though. My mom not this evil. My mom not evil at all. Love my mom, but like, there's moments where you like, yo,
times for months at a time. The only way I could get out of my punishment was if I showed my respect to her by posting YouTube videos. Some of the videos you guys might have watched from my old channel weren't out of free will, but to get me out of a punishment.
I've seen this behavior in other sorts of victims of abuse. In order for them to get out of some sort of punishment or to get out of some version of abuse that they're facing, they go and do the thing that the abuser likes, which can ultimately feel like abuse in and of itself. It makes it super nasty because the you in YouTube is supposed to be this personalized thing, this thing that you love, this thing that you want to do. And now it's made into some big yucky mess that ultimately makes you feel bad as a content creator. Sad to say that Jesselyn Grace isn't the first time that we've seen a situation like this. Ruby Frank was a former YouTube mother who ultimately was called out by her children for her abuse while they were making YouTube videos under her watch. It got so bad that a couple things happened. Hulu made a whole documentary about this abuse and it went viral. This caused the state of Illinois to step in and be one of the first states to seek protection for the kidfluencers. Another situation just like this was Ryan's World, probably the most famous kidfluencer out there. Now a shell of itself, the Ryan's World channel has amassed over 40 million subscribers and 63 billion total YouTube.
What happened to him though?
This spawned toys, spin-offs, card games, whatever you can name, Ryan's World had it. Now with that being said, his parents would step in and take away his whole childhood in pursuit of this success. It had gotten so bad that the government had to step in on the Ryan's World channel. But sadly, it wasn't to protect Ryan, the child star. There were no protections for him. Nobody cared about him. The FTC decided to do an investigation on the channel because Ryan's family got so greedy that they were placing hidden ads in the content. So the government did start watching, but it wasn't to protect the children. It wasn't to protect the kid influencer that Ryan was. It was to make sure that they got their cut. I think everybody understands understands
good,
that
though?
content creation is some sort of viable solution. Hell, it's even something that could turn a regular middle class, lower middle class family into some sort of
Being an influencer as a kid or wanting to is like wanting a dog. Like you do really want it, you really want it. And then you get older saying you haven't gotten it. You haven't been there, gotten it, the success or the dog or whatever. And you look back as you're older and you just sitting there like, why did I want a dog back then? I was not gonna be able to take care of that shit. And you're brutally honest with yourself, like I was not gonna take care of that shit. Why'd I want a hamster? I do not have the time for a cat. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how it is. Everybody want to be when you're younger. I want to be on Nickelodeon. I want to be. You get older, and you like, why'd I want to do that? Like, yeah, it would have been cool, and I probably would have been one of the ones to make it out and pivot, right? But the amount of real estate in my head it was taking when I was younger versus now, I could care less. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. That's how I see
internet
it.
sensation, multimillionaires, business, something that can last generations upon generations. But as my old Uncle Ben said, no, not the rice manufacturer, but the one that died while stopping a robber from, running out of a wrestling company. With great power comes great responsibility. Just because it can go online doesn't mean that it should go online. And that means that the protection of your children from their mental and physical should go before any sort of attempt at going viral.
You family vlogger bitches are going to hell! The first round of vlogger kids from the 2010s have grown up and are sharing their stories. Let's talk about one story. She said that the mom broadcasted her first menstrual cycle. The kid got into a car accident, and instead of the mom comforting the kid, like, oh baby, it's gonna be all right, the mom put a camera in her face. The kid said it got so bad that when she was 12 years old, a man that was stalking her based off of her mom's YouTube videos decided to message her on Facebook and follow her home at one point in time. The kid would hide in the bathroom to avoid being videotaped and photographed. The kid was also bullied at school because their intimate moments were posted on the mom's YouTube for their family vlog. The kid got a staph infection at one point in time, and the mom exaggerated the condition so bad that the math teacher who was watching the mom's videos told the kids to, quote, stay away from the infected girl. And that ain't it. The kid is saying this is a digital footprint that she did not create, and it's following her around for the rest of her life, and that is why she is fighting and seeking laws similar to the ones that govern child actors, one, for just compensation, and to protect them as well. This is why we keep saying, y'all need to stop pimping y'all's kids.
Yeah, we can kind of see it too. Whenever we see influencer, you doing this content, you get you get a kid, you like, everybody look at you kind of like this. Because what you about to do? You finna start dropping that kid content? And the thing that don't help is that everybody in the comments is like, oh, I would love to see a video. Oh, your baby made the video 10 times more special. Oh, he did. So you guys are so cute as a family, which make you see it and go, I'm gonna start posting more of this. People like it. I like it. Or I don't like it, but people do like it, and it's bringing in more views. So I'm gonna just do it. I like that's kind of how it is.
Out because they're gonna grow up and go on CNN and talk shit about you.
I was working on a video and went to YouTube and typed in family vlog visit ER. It is shocking what parents are posting. It is.
To go turn or something weird happened and his knee just popped. Clay is on the phone right now with
All right, we have a
Oh my
situation
goodness.
that's just developed. All right.
We just got back from the kids' gymnastics today.
She did all of this for 1.3 K views.
I just heard a no. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably do it too. I do it the right way though. I'm not gonna be shoving the camera while you on your deathbed. I do it the right way. You know what I mean? I clickbait already.
Is shocking that parents are filming these private experiences and turning them into content online. Some of the thumbnails, some of the titles, the fact that they are monetizing
the videos of the ER so that they can pay for the ER bills is crazy, right? You gotta pay for the ER bill.
And commercializing their children's human experience and really traumatic moments in their life and sharing them with the public without their informed consent. It's wild.
Instead of the AI oversight that YouTube/Google
I definitely feel like there's a right way to do it though.
is placing on videos now, I wish they would do something to protect children more and more. Not only does there need to be some sort of laws put in place to protect the finances, but there also needs to be laws put in place to protect their mental stability. Because we've seen what happens to these young stars as they go into adulthood unchecked from their childhood traumas. Hell, we've seen what happens to people going into life without their childhood traumas being checked. But imagine if it was broadcasted to millions upon millions of people, all for $1,000 or $1,200 to go into their mommy's piggy bank so they can buy Chanel bags and boo-boos. Jesselyn Grace, I hope that you see some sort of retribution, or I hope that you see.
I hope she gets some financial compensation. One, I hope she gets some revenge, not from her directly though, but something that makes her feel yes. And what, 4? I hope she subscribes to my YouTube channel and watches my other stuff, binges all my other videos because they're very bingeable. Without further ado, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I love you to death, boy. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comment section. I'm gone.